Silifke is a town and district in south-central Mersin Province, Turkey, 80 kilometers west of the city of Mersin, on the west end of Çukurova. Silifke is near the Mediterranean coast, on the banks of the Göksu River, which flows from the nearby Taurus Mountains, surrounded by attractive countryside along the river banks. Etymology: Silifke was formerly called Seleucia on the Kalykadnes, variously cited over the centuries as Seleucia Cilicia, Seleucia Isauria, Seleucia Trachea, and Seleucia Trachiotis. The city took its name from its founder, King Seleucus I Nicator. The ancient Greek city of Olba was also within the boundaries of modern-day Silifke. Economy: the economy of the district depends on agriculture, tourism and raising livestock. The town of Silifke is as a market for the coastal plain, which produces beans, peanuts, sesame, banana, orange, lemon, cotton, grapes, lentils, olives, tobacco, and canned fruits and vegetables. An irrigation project located at Silifke supplies the fertile Göksu Delta. In recent years there has been a large investment in glasshouses for producing strawberries and other fruit and vegetables in the winter season. Silifke is also an industrial town, well connected with other urban areas and producing beverages, chemicals, clothes, footwear, glass, plastics, pottery, and textiles. Climate: Silifke has a Mediterranean climate with hot and dry summers and mild and wet winters. Administrative structure: towns Akdia, Arkham, Atakent, Atayurt, Nalakulu, Silifke, Tazusiu, Uzunkerberg, Yeslovasik. Villages. History: Antiquity. Located a few miles from the mouth of the Kalykadnes River, Seleucia was founded by Seleucus I Nicator in the early 3rd century BCE, one of several cities he named after himself. It is probable that there were already towns called Olbia and Hiria, and that Seleucus I merely united them, giving them his name. The city grew to include the nearby settlement of Holmi, which had been established earlier as an Ionian colony but being on the coast was vulnerable to raiders and pirates. The new city upriver was doubtless seen as safer against attacks from the sea, so Seleucia achieved considerable commercial prosperity as a port for this corner of Cilicia, and was even a rival of Tarsus. Cilicia thrived as a province of the Romans, and Seleucia became a religious center with a renowned 2nd century temple of Jupiter. It was also the site of a noted school of philosophy and literature, the birthplace of Peripatetics Athenaeus and Xenocus. The stone bridge was built by the governor L. Octavius Memor in 77 AD. Around 300 AD Isauria was established as an independent state with Seleucia as the capital. Christianity: early Christian bishops held a council of Seleucia in 325, 359, and 410. Seleucia was famous for the tomb of the Virgin St. Thecla of Iconium, converted by St. Paul, who died at Seleucia. The tomb was one of the most celebrated in the Christian world and was restored several times, among others by the Emperor Zeno in the 5th century, and today the ruins of the tomb and sanctuary are called Mariamlik. In the 5th century, the imperial governor in residence at Seleucia had two legions at his disposal, the Legio II Isaura and the Legio III Isaura. For this period, and perhaps later, dates the Christian necropolis west of the town, which contains many tombs of Christian soldiers. According to the Notitia Episcopatuum of Antioch, in the 6th century, the metropolitan of Seleucia had 24 suffragan sees. In 705 Seleucia was captured by the Arab Arab armies of Islam and was recovered by the Byzantines. Thus by 732 nearly all the ecclesiastical province of Isauria was incorporated into the Patriarchate of Constantinople, henceforth the province figures in the Notitia of Byzantium, but under the name of Pamphylia. In the Notitia of Leo VI the Wise, Seleucia had 22 suffragan bishoprics. In that of Constantine Porphyrogenitus it had 23. In 968 Antioch again fell into the power of the Byzantines, and with the province of Isauria, Seleucia was allocated to the Patriarchate of Antioch. We know of several metropolitans of this see, the first of whom, Agapetus, attended the Council of Nicaea in 325. Neonus was at the Council of Seleucia in 359, Symposius at the Council of Constantinople in 381, Decianus at the Council of Ephesus in 431, Basil, a celebrated orator and writer, whose conduct was rather ambiguous at the Second Council of Ephesus and at the beginning of the Council of Chalcedon in 451. Theodore was at the Fifth Ecumenical Council in 553, Macrobius at the Sixth Ecumenical Council and the Council in Trullo in 692. No longer a residential see, Seleucia in Isauria is now included in the list of titular sees of the Catholic Church, which has made no new appointments of a titular bishop to this eastern see since the Second Vatican Council. The Turkish period. In the 11th century, the city was captured by the Seljuk Turks. They met with resistance and in 1137, Seleucia was besieged by Leon of Cilicia in Armenia. During this period of struggle between Armenians, Byzantines, Crusaders and Turks, a stronghold was built on the heights overlooking the city. On June 10, 1190, the Emperor Frederick Barbarossa was drowned trying to cross the Kalykadnus near Seleucia during the Third Crusade. In the 13th century, Seleucia was in the possession of the Hospitallers, who lost it to the Karamanid Principality in the second half of the 13th century, and then it ended up in the hands of the Ottomans under General Gedik Ahmet Pasha in 1471. Until 1933, Silifke was the capital of Isel province, but then Isel and Mersin provinces were merged. The merged province took the name of Isel but with its administrative center at Mersin. Finally in 2002 the name of Isel was replaced with that of Mersin. Main sites: the caves of heaven and hell, which have collapsed in two places revealing deep holes in the ground. Nalakuyu is an attractive village where people from Mersin come to eat fish and enjoy the seaside. The town of Silifke has many well-preserved ancient ruins, including the prominent remains of the castle high on a rock above the town, the city walls, a large water tank cut into the rock, an extensive necropolis of rock-cut tombs with inscriptions. Life and culture. The Turkmen community of Silifke has a strong tradition of folk music and dance, including songs such as the Yogurt of Silifke and another one where they wave wooden spoons about as they dance. The cuisine includes breakfast of leaves of unleavened bread with a dry sour cottage cheese or fried meats. Many other dishes feature bulgur wheat. The annual Silifke Yogurt Festival takes place in May.